In this video I'm going to show you how to use the new Nestable Form widget for Elementor. This widget is going to allow you to add any Elementor widget into your form. I'm also going to show you how to use the fields widgets. These widgets are going to allow you to add any field, including ACF fields, into your form. And you're also going to be able to move around the fields however you like. So as you can see here, I have a page called Add New Post. And I want the user to add new posts from here. So in order to do that, I have to add a new post form. All you have to do is search for the widget new post form. There you go. And drag that into the page, and voila! I have a new post form with a title field, featured image field, excerpt field, and a content field. Now these are the fields that are added by default. If you want to add more post fields, come here to the left and click Add Item. And under field type, choose whichever fields you want. You can choose categories, tags. You can also choose ACF fields. I'm going to choose ACF fields, and I'm going to choose custom text and custom image. And there you have it. I have my ACF fields. Now, if you want to style your fields and labels and submit button according to your design, then with Frontend Admin Pro, you can come in here to the Style tab, and you can style your form exactly how you'd like. Now, the only drawback of having our forms built in this way is that while we can change the order of the fields, we can't drag and drop the fields wherever we want. And that's a big shame because this is Elementor and we should be unlimited. And so that's why we created the new Nestable Forms widgets. These widgets are going to allow you to drag and drop every field and place them wherever you want. So let me show you how the new Nestable Forms widgets works. But first we have to activate nested elements for Elementor. So let's do that together. Jump into your dashboard and hover over Elementor and go to Settings. Click on Features and scroll down to Nested Elements. It says that it's deactivated by default. So activate that and save changes. Okay, so now Nested Elements is active. And we're going to want to go ahead and reload our page. Now that our page is reloaded, we're going to want to search again for the new post form. As you can see, there are two new post forms. There's the old new post form, and then there's the new post form, which is nestable. Just go ahead and drag that into the page. And now we have a new post form that's fully drag and droppable. In addition, we can also add whichever widgets we want into the form. So let's say I want to add an image into the form. All you have to do is go ahead and place that right there. Okay, so for now I have just the standard post fields: post title, post content, post excerpt, and featured image. Let's say I want to add ACF fields in here. So all you have to do is search for the ACF fields widget. Drag and drop that right above the submit button. And here you can choose from either a field group or fields. I'm going to choose from fields. And let's choose the text field. And I can also choose the custom image field. Now let's say I want to have this side by side. So in order to do that, simple. All you have to do is add a container right above here. And let's put the fields in here. And we're actually going to make these two separate widgets. So let's go ahead and duplicate the widget. And from the first widget, we're going to remove the custom image. And from the second image, we're going to remove the custom text. Then within the container, I'm going to scroll down to where it says items, and I'm going to click on horizontal. There you go, they're on one line. Now let's go through the settings. Alright, so let's talk about some of the field settings. Fields that are brought from ACF can be managed from within ACF. However, our fields can be managed directly within Elementor. This makes things very easy to manage. So let's take a look at first at the post title field. And this it applies also for all text-based fields, like post content, post excerpt, and the text field. And so we have here show label. We can turn that off and on. We also have the required field, and visually this will appear as an asterisk. So let's make it unrequired and required. We have the label, instructions, and we have a placeholder, and we also have a default value. The difference between the placeholder and default value is the placeholder will not actually populate the post title. If you have a placeholder and the field is required, the user will still be prompted to add a post title. Whereas if there's a default value, the form will submit. Let's see, prepend. Prepend, this is good for if you want to add, let's say, a $sign before to indicate that it's money. So it will show a little $sign. Let's say I want to say $10,000, right? and so that visually looks nice. Let's take a look at the character limit. So let's say I have a 10 character limit. If I want to add my new post form, my new post, it's not going to allow me because the character limit is 10. Let's take a look at the validation options. So here I can turn on and off the error message. This means that when the user submits the form, will there be an error message above this field? You can also change the required message, meaning the message that indicates to the user that this field is required, and the general validation message. Let's scroll down to the featured image field, because here there are more options. As you can see, there's a default image instead of default text. We also have some more validation options. There's the MIME types. So what kind of fields can the user upload? So by default we have JPEG, PNG, and GIFs or GIFs. And we also have the minimum size and maximum size of the file, and the minimum width and maximum width of the files, and the minimum height and maximum height of the files. So that's the fields and settings that we've added so far, and we have many more on the way. We are very excited about this update, and I hope you are too. We'll see you in the next video.